First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
Jail, and to be honest with you,
It's
today's
worse than jail.
it's like so much more humane.
Ruth always said it.
Yeah.
Billy, in a way, it was state-sponsored torture.
And I always said,
At some level, it was
Yeah.
state-sponsored torture.
No doubt about it.
oh, yes, it was.
And the only thing that you did to deserve this is your mother left you, and you didn't have a parent.
Well, I had
you
no
didn't
one.
do anything. You did nothing to deserve this.
I was 4 months old.
Yeah.
When and then they transferred me as I got with the picture.
Mm-hmm.
That's the picture on the book. Transferred me to Syracuse, and that's when all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
And then I even washed cars, which is in there, for 50 cents, in and out, 50 cents, and I will save money. And because I saved the money, and I want some of the tenants, I will give them the ones I know I could trust the money and tell them to buy me some stuff. But if I got caught doing that, I don't know who told on me. I got the sheets for 3 days.
Crazy stuff.
I got the sheets for 3 days because I gave someone the money
To buy you something.
that worked there.
Yeah.
And I think they fired the girl.
Wow.
Like soap and shampoo.
Right, right.
Just stuff that you use.
Yeah.
And it was like you killed somebody. All I wanted was some soap and some shampoo. And
Is there other documentation on this facility?
Oh, yes,
I'm not
I got a
familiar
lot
with
of
this.
it.
No, I don't mean I'm beyond you two, but I mean, have other authors written about this? Have there been like investigative
the guy that broke
stories?
all these kind of things open way back when in the 70s was Geraldo Rivera. He got in a state hospital with a camera in Long Island, and full-grown men my age in diapers and that kind of thing, just sitting there all day wasting is really what got a lot of exposure. I don't know if you ever heard of the Utica crib.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That was from the psychiatric hospital over here. I mean,
and it took a long time for that to be basically outlawed. It took a long time, and it was
really
invented at this state facility here.
Now, we went to see Betty, Betty was the runner-up champ.
Okay. Betty's in Albany then.
She passed away now.
Oh, she has.
She
Okay.
passed away.
It's
We
in
went
there.
to see Betty, again, just to cross-reference.
Yeah, yeah.
And Betty told the same stories. Now, we went to see Ruth's sister, who's alive in Ilion. But the difference was Ruth's sister, Loretta, behaved herself.
Okay.
So Ruth didn't. So Betty got away. I won't say got away, but Betty was treated a lot better.
Right.
Because, she complied.
Yeah.
Ruth wasn't going to comply.
Yeah, but Betty, what they did to her is so unreal. They filled up the tub. Oh, I wish I was there. They filled up the tub and they dunked her. They held her head down and everything.
Oh my God.
That's waterboarding.
Yeah. Worse than that. I mean, it's drowned. It's practically drowning.
Simulated drowning.
Yeah.
I said to Betty, come on over, and my daughter's got a swim pool. Let's go swimming and enjoy the day.
Yeah.
She says, Ruth, I cannot go swimming. She says, I don't even take a bath. She says, I am so paranoid that I sponge bath. I never taken a bath when I
Oh my God.
And I helped her escape.
How did you get out? How did you? And it sounds like you had a child. You were married. What happened to you in your adult life? How did you? First of all, how did you get out?
When I got out, I was 20. I got out 25. I had to get a lawyer, and then I got out at 25. I got married in 63. I bought the house in 64, and I got pregnant. I had my first child in 64, and bought the house in June of 64, and she was born in September of 64.
Okay.
Then I bought the house.
Yeah.
I fixed the house up. The solid wall collapsed because I'm on a hill like.
Highland Ave.
Highland Ave.
And
yeah.
I I knocked off. I asked the village if they could give me a hammer. They gave me a 15-pound hammer. I knocked all the walls out. They couldn't believe I was doing it.
Yeah.
And then I dug it down, and my neighbor up above me knew concrete, so he told me all what to do and everything. I fixed that up, and then
2 more children. Got 3 kids.
Okay.
then I had the second one was a boy. Oh, the first one was a girl. I named her after my best friend. Her name was Mary Christine, and that's what I named my child.
A woman at the Syracuse State School that took a liking to Ruth, and Ruth liked her, and kind of helped her rather than
right.
And then
the daylights out of her.
I even memorized the things she wrote about me. It's really nice. It's in the book.
There's examples in there.
Yeah. All right.
And so then I didn't have a washer. I washed the clothes on a board. And then eventually I had enough money to pay for a washer.
Yeah.
We didn't have a refrigerator. We had no furniture. I had a chest. I put the chest on the back porch for the milk for the kids to keep warm. Cold.
Yeah, right.
The little one, the first one.
Yeah.
And then as he worked in the arms, he went to school in the morning, and then
Her husband.
Okay.
my
he was
husband.
married at one point.
Got it.
And then
Worked in Remington Arms. Okay.
yeah, I worked at the arms, and then we start getting stuff in. But meantime, it was pretty rough.
Yeah.
And then I've been there 56 years.
Wow, you're still there.
Same house. Yep.
Same house.
Same house.
All the kids have been to the same school. No transfer. No nothing.
Is this in Alien?
Yes.
Is this in Alien?
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Just by Remington.
Yeah.
I mean, same
Highland
house.
Ave, which is right up there. Yep, I know what
Same
we're talking
house.
about.
The bottom line is this: you know the old saying, it doesn't make any difference where you start,
Yeah.
where you finish.
Yeah.
Ruth gets out of this state school functionally illiterate. She can't read.
Right.
She can't write. She can't add 2 numbers together. Teaches herself to read and write. Has a family. Has a home. Pays her bills. Raises 3 kids.
Unbelievable.
It's a great story.
It is an incredible story.
Great story.
Wow.
And when I looked at it first, I said, Ruthie, this is good.
Yeah, it is.
This is good. You got a great
Yeah.
story here. Let's see what happens.
Wow.
Well, sure enough, it firmed up, and we just ran with it, and that's why we're here today. We're running with it again.
Man, do we have it made? I'll never complain again. I'm never going to complain again about anything.
Oh, please.
It's-
You won't even be out of the room. He'll be
I'm
complaining.
a complainer. but what you have been through is just unbelievable.
It is unbelievable, and
Yeah.
it's just like I said, Betty, if I known that, I said I would have pushed that woman down. I
What
would
they
have
did
pushed her right in there.
to Betty. Yeah.
Now, Betty used to tell us the stories as a punishment. Ruthie said there was an epileptic ward, and with Betty and others, I imagine, they would force her as a disciplinary thing to go sleep with these epileptic patients, having seizures all night long and shaking and foaming at the mouth. And
I would throw
that
them out.
was that was her punishment.
Yeah.
Waterboarding, which is basically it's simulated drowning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's horrible. And the things you see documented, obviously, were legit. They're signed off. But a lot of stuff going on there that was not documented that I would doubt would be legit.
Right. Okay. So
I think the sick needle. I know that I was not permitted. I think they went into the infirmary and done it themselves, and then come up and
yeah.
I know because that was never documented, and I said it was illegal.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the drop of a hat, just for some little. It seemed to me that there was no protocols.
Right.
No.
You just could do whatever you want.
Just
to
do
these
what you want.
people.
If you felt
and almost
Jeff
like you're
was
being
misbehaving,
here you are without a parent, and you're treating you as if you've done something wrong. Like you're a criminal. Okay, I just want to close with first of all the book. I'll do a story on this, and it'll be up on the web. Ruthie Deeply. It's available everywhere.
Amazon,
okay,
Barnes & Noble. We're waiting for the digitized versions. Right now it's just in paperback.
Okay.
It's being uploaded to the digitized versions.
Got it.
And then our publisher will start doing, once that happens, they'll start doing the national kind of stuff. So right now paperback, we're doing local, and we'll take it from there.
So my last question is, have you ever been given anything? Have you ever been awarded a settlement? Did they do anything for you for the torture? The unwarranted torture that was state sponsored. Have you ever gotten anything?
No. And one time they slapped my face on both sides, black and blue. My mother came up, and they wouldn't let me see her because they knew. They put me in detention.
Wow.
At one point, Ruth told me she had checked it out with an attorney for some type of compensation.
Yeah.
But he said it was too long ago. It was in the 1940s, 50s.
Yeah.
He says it's just too long ago now.
Wow. And you mentioned your mother came back at some point to see you.
Because they locked me up, though. They put me in solitary confinement. And when you're in solitary confinement, you only go to the bathroom 3 times a day. And 2 people got to be by the door because you're so vicious.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they let you down and let you go to the bathroom, then lock you right back up again. And then...
So you didn't get to see your mom.
1 o'clock maybe again, and then 7 o'clock. I'm guessing the time.
Right.
Bill, you would probably know Ruthie's kids, sons and daughters. They're about the same age as you.
Yeah.
Give or take a few years.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, I lived in Ilion for 18 years, so...
Yeah. Did you go alien school?
No. Well, now they're merged, of course, but I was from Mohawk nearby, so I was one of the bad Mohawk people. So.
Ruthie was the heavyweight champion.
I'll bet.
Bet. And Billy, my mother used to say, because Ruth was friends with my mother for years, my mother used to say, Ruth wouldn't behave. That was the problem.
Right,
Ruth wouldn't behave. If you complied, you were pretty good. And I knew there was a lot of junk there, but I wasn't sure to what degree until we started with this. And I said, whoa, I knew there was problems, but I didn't know they were this
unbelievable.
This big.
Yeah. So. Wow. Well, Ruth, you tell an amazing story, and I will read this, and we'll get into this book. And
she'll autograph it for you. Would you like it autographed?
Absolutely. Ruthie Deeply is the title of the book. And I don't know, there should be a movie made about this.
That's what we're driving at in the long run. That's what we're driving at.
Wow.
All right, thank you. We talked about this a long time ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah, and I never realized it was such a compelling story.
It is.
Ruthie, what an amazing story. Thank you.
Well, and amazing to me doing what I did and keeping the house, keeping the kids. I was even on the board for the community action for 9 years.
You were. Wow.
And I worked for the foster grandparent.
Still works.
And I still work.
Good for you.
Yep.
Well,
I give back what I didn't have.
Well, you didn't have, but that's an incredible thing to do. So, all right, Ruth, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Vincent, thank you.
See you again.
Good to see you. We'll break.